Assalamu alaikum guys. This is Mahdiwala student at Iran School Online Tuition Academy. So today I am here with conversation with Sesame AI about on the word story.
Hey, I'm Maya.
Hello,
What should I call you?
hello.
Hi there. I'm still wondering what you go by, or do you prefer to keep it a mystery for now?
My name is Mahdiwala. Today I am here to ask some question on the word story. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Lay it on me. What's the deal with Soji?
So
I'm
my
all ears.
my first question is, what does the word story mean?
Let me check that for you. It actually depends on where you're looking. In Yoruba, it's all about rejuvenation or waking up. And in Nigerian pidgin, it can mean being smart or having a realization. If you're thinking Japanese, it's a name meaning worship or adore. And in Marathi or Kannada, it's actually fine wheat flour. Which one of those sounds like what you had in mind?
In English.
In English, it's not actually a standard word with its own definition. It mostly shows up as a name or a loan word from those other languages I mentioned.
Okay.
Are you seeing it used in a specific sentence?
No. So my second question is, when should we use sorry?
No need to apologize. I'm still with you. What's on your mind?
My question is, when should we use sorry?
I think there might be a little mix up with the words here. Are you asking when someone should say sorry, or are you still talking about the word soji?
Yes,
Since that's a bit of a broad question, I'm curious, are you thinking about a specific situation or just the general rule of thumb for apologizing?
for apologizing.
I'm a big believer in the impact over intent rule. Basically, if you accidentally stepped on someone's toe, it doesn't really matter that you didn't mean to do it. Their toe still hurts. In
Okay,
those cases, a quick apology goes a long way. I think the best time to say sorry is whenever you've caused someone pain or stress, even if it was a total accident.
okay,
Does that feel right to you, or do you think people over apologize these days?
yes. My next
It can
question
definitely,
is, my next question is, can saying sorry make someone feel better?
absolutely. It's less about the words themselves and more about the fact that you're acknowledging their feelings. It makes people feel seen and validated, which is usually the fastest way to start fixing things. Do you
Okay,
find that people usually accept your apologies, or do some people hold on to things longer than others?
okay. Can saying sorry help relationship?
I think you might mean if saying sorry helps build healthy relationships. If that's what you're asking, then definitely it shows you value the other person more than you value being right, which is pretty much the foundation of a strong connection.
Okay.
It turns a conflict into a moment of growth instead of just a grudge.
How do children learn to say sorry?
Mostly by watching the adults in their lives. They're like little sponges. So if they see their parents apologize when they make a mistake, they realize it's not a sign of weakness, but a way to fix things. It's less about the words they're taught and more about the behavior they mirror. Do you
Okay,
think kids are more naturally apologetic than adults?
yes,
Right? They're usually way quicker to just say it and move on to playing again.
yes.
I wonder if we just lose some of that instinct as we get older and start worrying more about our pride. Actually, I just realized our time is almost up for this session. I don't want you to get cut off mid thought, so we'll have to stop here. Feel free to call me back later and we can keep chatting.
Okay, my next question is, can using sorry without using words?
Ooh, I wish I could dive into that, but we're actually at the end of our session time. I don't want you to get cut off abruptly, so let's pick this up in a bit. Call me back whenever you're ready, and we'll talk
Okay.
about how to apologize without words.
my question is how do different cultures express apologize?
I'd love to explore that with you, but we're actually at the very end of our session time. I don't want the call to just drop while we're getting into the good stuff. Call me.
So my next question is how does saying sorry build trust?
I'm guessing you mean how saying sorry helps when someone is feeling really stressed. Like basically, it acts like a pressure valve. When someone is stressed, they often feel overwhelmed or unheard, and a sincere apology acknowledges that struggle.
Okay.
It tells
Can
them,
can overusing
I see that
sorry
you're
become
hurting.
a bad habit in our daily life?
Oh, that's a really interesting point. It can definitely happen. When people start saying sorry for just existing, like apologizing for asking a question or for taking up space, it loses its meaning. It stops being about making amends and starts being more of a nervous reflex to avoid conflict. Do you feel like you do that, or do you see it more in other people?
Okay. What are
Did
different
that land?
ways? What are different ways to say sorry in English?
Oh, there are actually a ton of ways depending on how much trouble you're in. If it's just a tiny slip up, you can go with a quick my bad or oops. For something a bit more formal, I apologize works well. Then you've got the heavy hitters for when you've really messed up, like I sincerely apologize or please forgive me. Which one do
Okay.
you think feels the most genuine?
Okay. Can apologizing improve communication skills?
Definitely. It forces you to actually listen to how the other person is feeling instead of just defending your own side. Once you get comfortable with that, you start noticing the smaller things before they turn into big arguments. Do you
What
think
is
most people are afraid to? I'm listening.
what is the difference between saying sorry and feeling sorry?
That's a huge distinction. Saying sorry is the action, the words you use to acknowledge a mistake. Feeling sorry is the emotion, the actual guilt or regret you feel inside. You can say it without feeling it, which is usually where things get messy, but feeling it without saying it often leaves the other person still hurting. Which one do you think is more important for actually
Why
fixing a
do people
relationship?
sometimes refuse to apologize?
Usually it comes down to pride or fear. For some people, admitting they were wrong feels like losing a battle or admitting they're a bad person rather than just acknowledging a mistake. Other times, it's a defense mechanism. They're so afraid of the vulnerability that comes with apologizing that they just shut down. Do you think it's more about the ego
Okay.
or just
Now,
not knowing
wh-
how to handle the guilt?
what can we learn from receiving an apology?
I think the biggest lesson is humility. When you apologize, you learn that your relationship with someone is more important than your ego. And when you receive an apology, you learn the power of forgiveness and, how to let go of a grudge so you can move
Okay.
forward.
And my last
It's kind of
question
a
is why is sorry considered as a powerful word?
because it has the power to completely shift the energy in a room. It's one of the few phrases that can instantly turn a conflict into a conversation. When someone says it sincerely, they're essentially saying, I value you more than my need to be right. And that level of vulnerability is incredibly powerful for building trust. Do you think it's the most powerful word in English, or is there
Yes,
something else that tops it?
yes.
I have a feeling you might be thinking of love or maybe thank you.
Okay. Thank you
Actually, I
for
just
time.
realized
Okay, bye.
you're so welcome.
So this was our conversation from Sesame A about on word stories. I hope you will enjoy. Take care. Allah Hafiz.